night. Field trip controversy. A Broward school board member says she's getting death threats after this post she made about an elementary school's visit to a popular bar and grill in Wilton Manors. The story became so big that it's prompted an investigation by the state. We're told kids have been taken to Rosie's Bar and Grill for years to learn about how businesses and restaurants are run.
But critics say Rosie's is not an appropriate place for children, and some have taken it to another level, threatening the board member who chaperoned the trip. CBS 4's Joel Waldman is on the story tonight. He joins us live from Wilton Manors to explain what's going on here. Joel?
Elliot and Lauren, and she is not the only one getting death threats. It appears now that this hate has snowballed in the direction of both the Broward County School Board as well as this well-known Wilton Manors restaurant.
The owner is fantastic. Our girls absolutely love this place.
And by all accounts, so did another group of kids from nearby Wilton Manors Elementary. Students who were here during the day on a school field trip, masked up except while eating outdoors per school policy.
They meet all the staff, the general manager, and the general manager explains that that's like the principal of the school. They learn the different roles, what the chef does, what the servers do.
But when one of the chaperones, Broward School Board member Sarah Leonardi, tweeted out how honored she was to join the curious kids, the response quickly turned wicked. First, a group of moms who are anti-mask and champion parents' rights started complaining. Then came death threats aimed at Leonardi, the Broward School Board, and Rosie's Bar and Grill's owner.
We're getting horrible emails. They're jamming our phone lines all day with nasty comments, cursing out my staff, and then with social media and everything else.
You don't want to attack people, and you certainly don't give death threats because somebody has a different lifestyle. You might not like it, you might not want to accept it, but you don't sit there and you smash people.
Rosie, as you see, is located in the predominantly LGBTQ neighborhood of Wilton Manors with many gay customers, leading some to wonder if those initially criticizing the field trip for being ill-advised during the pandemic, despite championing parents' rights, had ulterior motives for unleashing such hateful messages.
I'm sad that it's come to this.
The parents in Wilton Manors, those are parents. Did we not talk about parents' rights? They have their rights.
No bigger proponent of parents' rights than Governor Ron DeSantis, whose press secretary tweeted her disdain for the field trip, accusing Broward School Board member Sarah Leonardi of setting the whole thing up, predicting she could then go on TV to discuss all the threatening messages. Now, Sarah Leonardi, who is the parent and Broward School Board member who was on the trip, released a statement of her own, saying in part, "Sadly, I've recently been attacked with bigoted comments and death threats. My friends and family have also been targeted. These attacks have no place in our society." Now, this evening, the Broward Teachers Union has confirmed that the Florida Department of Education will go to Wilton Manors Elementary tomorrow to investigate not the death threats, but the field trip. Reporting live from Wilton Manors, Joel Waldman, CBS 4 News.
I have a lot of opinions about this. I got a lot to say about this. The fact that this has been a tradition. The kids have annually gone to this bar and grill, Rosie's. It's kind of, it's not like she kidnapped these kids and brought them there. Do I think it's appropriate to bring these kids to this type of bar? No. It's not, but at the same time, these kids have been going there every year. So what? I mean, I would be outraged because, I wouldn't want my kid going to this type of a environment. They could have chosen anywhere else to go. I mean, they could have chosen Chuck E. Cheese for these kids to learn about business. Anywhere else where they, they serve adult cocktails and stuff like that. And just look at the article yourself and look at the type of food that they serve there. Look at the type of drinks they serve. Look at the names of the food. Do you think it would be appropriate to bring kids to this bar? Why couldn't you bring them to a place like McDonald's and they could learn about business? Have them talk to the manager of the franchise at that particular franchise in your district, and they could learn about business. Because that's what she claims she did. She brought them there to learn about business and stuff like that. There are plenty of other establishments where they could have learned about business. You didn't have to bring them to this particular establishment. Florida school board member under fire for field trip to known gay bar. A Florida school member sparked social media freakout after she posted photos of a grade school class trip to a bar and grill known as LGBTQ Hangout. Broward County School Board member Sarah Leonardi posted photos on her social media Wednesday showing a Wilton Manors Elementary outing to Rosie's Bar and Grill, setting off a backlash that saw the governor's press secretary chime in. I was so honored to be invited to chaperone at Wilton Manors field trip to the incredible Rosie's, Leonardi wrote. The students and I had a fun walkover and learned a lot about our communities. While some critics lashed out at that a gay bar or any bar wasn't an appropriate place for school-sanctioned trips, others jumped to defend Leonardi and said going to Rosie's was no different than a family dinner at other bar and grill restaurants like Applebee's. No, it's not. No, it's not. Rosie's has menu items with names like Naked Sweaty Lovin'. This is what I'm talking about. Ivana Hooker. And listed a special sauce called Smack My Cheeks and Make 'em Rosy. Come on, man. This is what I'm talking about. Is this someplace you want to bring kids? No. She needs to be fired and sign up for the sex offender registry. That's what she needs to do. But a member posted by a community member to Leonardi's Facebook showed the students were only given family-friendly options of chicken fingers, grilled cheeseburgers. The school board members' posts were widely circulated on Twitter and Facebook, with many bashing the locale. You don't bring kids to these places. That's it. This is just wrong on so many levels, one poster wrote, then telling the world that you did it. She didn't care about her job. Another chimed in, not one parent or adult there had the thought that a backdrop of bottles of alcohol for the field trip representation is inappropriate. Governor Ron DeSantis press secretary Christina Pushaw's comment followed Broward's defying DeSantis anti-mask mandate order. Broward school board member takes little kids to a gay bar on a field trip, forcing them to wear masks to keep them safe, she wrote. She shook off criticisms. Just making sure you never brought children to Applebee's, TGIF, Fridays, Outback, or Chili's, one Twitter user wrote, because me thinks the issue isn't that there was a bar at the grill. Leonardi defended the trip in comments to Miami Herald, saying she received bigoted comments and death threats since making the post. These attacks have no place in our society, Leonardi told the Herald. The threats have been referred to the appropriate authorities, and I will continue to work hard to engage with my community. Listen, spreading positivity and represent my district on the school board. You may not even be on the school board. Listen, I have nothing against these people. Nothing. But you have to separate the fact that from who you are to what you do for a living. Period. These are other people's kids. And taking them to places like that is not appropriate. Come on now. The drinks say for themselves. Co-owner John Zebas said it was a great learning experience for kids and noted Rosie's serves everyone. Everything just been blown out of proportion for ridiculous purposes, he said, according to the Herald. Of course, yes. Blown out of ridiculous purposes. Yeah, right. These drinks again. Let's see. Hold on 1 minute. Yeah, let's read this menu. This is appropriate to bring kids around. Names like Naked Sweaty Lovin' and Ivana Hooker, and listed a special sauce called Smack My Cheeks and Make 'em Rosy. I don't care if you serve them ice cream and SpongeBob cookies. That is not a place for kids. Elementary kids. You take them to Chuck E. Cheese, McDonald's, Dave and Buster's, and they could learn about business there. You don't have to take them to places like this. Is for an adult crowd. That's it. An adult crowd. And the fact that this is an adult crowd and an adult manager accepted these kids here, that tells me a lot about that manager. It really does. It really does. It tells me a lot. And people, look, this is more than meets the eye. That's all I'm going to say. It's more than meets the eye. This is not so innocent outing. Trying times are truly here. I feel bad for the kids. A person says, that's kind of, well, yeah, the drinks are that. Yeah, I read the drinks. Is that a place you would take a kid that's in an elementary school? No, you don't take kids there. That's child abuse. I told you, man. It's just like, she should be fired. And it's time for you to sign up for the sex offender registry. Period. But the fact that these kids have been taken there annually, every year, that says something about the parents. I just did a story on Hazard High School in Hazard, Kentucky, where the principal, who's also the mayor of Hazard, Kentucky, had teenage boys dress up in drag and the female teenagers dress up in Hooters uniforms. And the male teenagers were spanked with paddles and doing lap dances on the male staff. And some parents were okay with this. So there's a lot of things going on now that are just really scary if you're a parent. Extremely scary. It's both. It's not just the left. It's not just the left. It's both. Both sides are doing this. When the Jeffrey Epstein situation came out, there was a lot of scandals that were popping off with both the left and the right. But a lot of inappropriate, indecent stuff, real perverted, nasty crap. So I wouldn't be surprised if both sides are in on this and they're allowing this to go as far as it can. And I believe it all started with Obama. I really do. Because he was the gatekeeper, and he was the one that cracked this wide open. He even went to Kenya to bring that over there. But the president of Kenya shut him down. Tell me what you think about this story. Let me know. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Later.